that lived with her mother. Clara only had one dress and one pair of shoes because they were poor. Her shoes were a size too small. The next day, Clara went out to play. She found a beautiful pair of red shoes next to the trash can. She took them and ran home.
Mom, look what I found. They're beautiful, aren't they?
Clara, put those shoes back where you find them. They are not yours.
But whoever owned them left them next to a trash can.
I don't think it's a good idea to keep them. There's something odd about those shoes. Now, go back and leave them where you found them.
Clara was sad, so she brought the shoes back to where she had found them. The next day, Clara's mother turned into a beautiful flower. Clara was later adopted by an old woman. The old woman was kind and loved Clara very much. Years passed and Clara grew up to be a beautiful young lady. However, she was stubborn and disobedient.
Clara, I prepared broccoli soup for you. Come on, let's eat.
No, I don't want to eat.
Taste it, please. I'm sure you'll like it.
No, no, no!
Oh, Clara, don't be so difficult.
Mother, my shoes are too small and my feet hurt. We should buy new ones.
All right, Clara. Let's go shopping and buy you a new pair of shoes.
They went shopping. Clara was mesmerized by the red shoes she saw on display. They were almost identical to the ones that her mum didn't allow her to keep years earlier.
I want these. Let's get these.
Clara, we can buy only one pair of shoes. Red doesn't match all your clothes. Let's buy black ones instead.
No, I want red shoes. I don't want any other. Buy the red shoes or I'll walk barefoot all the time.
You are stubborn indeed. Well then, let's go get them.
Clara left the store wearing her new red shoes. She was so happy on her way home that she started dancing joyfully.
Dear Clara, you got the red shoes. But what are you going to wear tomorrow at Mr. Peter's funeral?
I'm gonna wear this pair. Nobody will notice, don't worry.
Oh.
You're all envious of my red shoes. Mother, Mother, I'll dance my way home.
Clara, wait for me. I can't reach you.
I'm not gonna wait. You will envy me, so I'll keep dancing. I can't stop myself. What's going on? Help me! Help!
Clara couldn't remove the shoes and kept dancing. The shoes had a mind of their own and guided where she would go. She continued dancing for 3 days and 3 nights. She was far away from home and her feet were bruised. She was hungry and thirsty.
I wish I hadn't been so stubborn or disobeyed Mother. I promise I won't ever be defiant ever. Red shoes, stop! Please, I've learned my lesson.
Suddenly, the red shoes stopped and Clara stopped dancing.
Get off my feet now! Help!
Clara walked home through the forests and rivers with her injured feet. Until she finally reached home.
Clara, daughter, I was worried sick. Fortunately, you're back home safe and sound.
I'm so tired and very hungry. I want to eat and go to bed.
There is broccoli soup, but you don't like it. Let me prepare something else right away.
That's okay. I'll eat the soup. I promised myself that I would no longer be stubborn. This is how I was able to get rid of the red dancing shoes.
Oh, Clara, I'm so happy to hear that.
No more stubbornness. I promise, Mother.
Red Fish lived happily in the depths of the sea with his friends, colourful goldfish and mudfish. But there was something that worried him a lot.
I'm afraid that Fisherman Pico will catch us someday.
You're intelligent, so that bad fisherman can't catch any of us as long as you're here.
I'm very lucky to have brave, good friends like you.
But Fisherman Pico had no intention of giving up and catching red fish.
I will catch that red fish and his friends too. They can't escape this time.
Yes, I believe you. Fill your net, I'm very hungry.
You are a cormorant. Catch your own fish, lazy bird.
Oh, you're making me tired, fisherman. Catch them. You can keep the red fish. I'll have the rest.
Fisherman Pico dived into the sea to catch red fish and his friends. When the mudfish saw him, he immediately informed the goldfish. They went straight to Redfish.
Redfish! Fisherman Pico is coming. We have to hide now.
Oh no! Let's go to the Spirulina rock now. We can hide there.
Redfish and his friends fled so they could hide in the plants growing from the rock.
Here we are. Let's hide among the Spirulina.
But Fisherman Pico saw their hiding place and swam towards it.
He saw us. He's coming. What are we going to do?
The long-armed lady octopus saw Redfish and his friends were in trouble and decided to help them.
Lady Octopus is helping us. Let's escape now. Don't stop.
Fisherman Pico got rid of the long-armed octopus and went after the fish again.
Hey, Miss Cuttlefish. The fisherman is after us. Can you help us? He can't see us. Hurry up. Let's go to the shipwreck.
I hope he doesn't find us here.
I can't see the fisherman. Where is he?
Maybe he gave up and went back?
I don't think so. Let's be careful.
No, he caught us.
Redfish and his friends were all frightened while Fisherman Pico pulled them up with his net.
Help us! Help! Help!
us!
Help us!
Save
Please!
us!
us! Help!
Redfish, look! There is Sawfish. I think she's coming to help us.
Hurry up, please!
We got lucky! Hooray!
Thank you, Mr. Sawfish. You saved our lives.
When Fisherman Pico saw Redfish and his friends swimming away, he was furious as he got to shore.
Where are my fish? Why are you here without them?
The sawfish cut my net. She saved Redfish and his friends.
What are you going to do now? I'm hungry.
I'll take a new net and dive in. They can't escape from me.
Fisherman Pico took a new net and dived into the sea again. Redfish and his friends were happy, thinking they had gotten rid of him.
We got away from the fisherman with the help of our friends.
Oh no! He's after us again. He doesn't give up.
Mudfish, wake up! Follow me quickly.
Where are we going?
I know a place where he won't find us that easily.
Jellyfish!
Listen, the bad fisherman wants to catch us. If you distract him, we'll be able to escape.
While the jellyfish were distracting Fisherman Pico, Redfish and his friends swam deeper. They were surprised by what they saw.
Wow! This must be the lost land of fairy tales.
Yes, there are many places where we can hide from the fisherman.
Wow! Look at all this gold! Oh no, the fisherman found us again.
Let's hide behind those cubes.
What is he doing?
He stopped chasing us. Now he's gathering the gold.
I read once in a Japanese fairy tale there's a giant protecting the treasure of the lost land.
But there's no giant out here.
Wow! What is that?
Hey, what happened to you? And where are the fish?
Get away, silly bird.
Okay, don't be angry. I'll just ask.
I found the lost land while chasing the fish. There's a treasure down there, but that dimwit whale didn't let me take it.
Maybe you'll succeed next time. You're useless to me. I guess I have to get my own fish or I'll starve to death.
Under the sea, the fish were very happy to get rid of the fisherman.
The giant whale taught the fisherman a lesson. He will no longer try to steal what doesn't belong to him.
He would have caught us all if you hadn't brought us here. Thanks to you, Red Fish, we got rid of him.
We are a team. As long as we are together, the bad fisherman cannot catch us.
Once upon a time, in the deep sea, there was an underwater kingdom. The king watched over the kingdom along with his 6 beautiful daughters and his elderly mother. All the sea creatures lived peacefully and happily together. All 6 daughters of the king were beautiful. But the most beautiful one was the little mermaid. She had long red hair and ocean blue eyes. Their father would gather them around his throne every night, and they would chat while sipping their seaweed tea. The king's greatest fear was that his girls would fall under the spell of the sun and choose to live above water. Because when a mermaid turned 18, she was allowed to swim to the surface and watch the world while enjoying the sun and the wind.
My dear girls, according to the rules of our sea kingdom, it is forbidden to talk to humans. Their lives aren't like ours. We belong to the sea, and they belong to the land and air. Don't ever go near them.
But Father, even if they're different from us, I'm really curious about humans and want to see them.
Of course, my little girl. You're almost 18. By listening to my word and without breaking the rules, one day you two will be able to go to the surface and watch the world while enjoying the sun and the wind.
The Little Mermaid's sisters would always tell her about everything they saw when they came back from the surface. You know what, little sis? There's a wonderful breeze up there. The sun is really warm. As huge ships pass by, we play with dolphins, and we sunbathe on the rocks without letting anyone see us. There was nothing the Little Mermaid could do but to daydream and wait for her 18th birthday.
I'm so excited, sis. I know I have to wait. In the meantime, I spend my time playing with Yum Yum and make pearl necklaces. Of course, for myself and you.
Yum Yum was a dolphin and was the Little Mermaid's best friend. At times, they would leave the palace to play tag at the bottom of the ocean.
Come here! Stop! Don't swim too fast! I'm going to catch you! Come here! Don't run! Don't run! I'm gonna catch you!
You need to swim faster! I don't get it. Are you a turtle or a dolphin?
Am I a mermaid? No one can swim as fast as you. Come on, let's have a swimming race. Why do I even bother when I know I'm going to lose? Silly me.
Don't say that, Yum Yum. Maybe you'll win one day. Never mind, let's race another time. Can you bring me back some more pearls? I want to make necklaces and bracelets for my sisters.
While waiting for Yum Yum on her oyster bed, the Little Mermaid's grandmother arrived.
Grandma, can I ask you something? Do humans look like us?
No, they don't, my dear granddaughter. Humans have legs, and they use them to walk on land. If they don't know how to swim, they can drown in the sea. We also live longer than they do, and we can also live on land. Don't forget, my dear, when the day comes and you go to the surface, make sure no one hears your voice. Because one of our most important features of our voice is that it's magical.
So, I won't be able to sing at the surface? What's the harm in it being magical?
Those who hear your voice won't be able to leave. Their ears won't hear anything but your voice. They will wait until they see you. Come on, it's very late, and that's enough information for now. Good night, my dear. Finally, the big day had arrived. It was the Little Mermaid's 18th birthday.
Happy birthday, my little girl.
Happy birthday, little sis! The whole family took her amongst them, celebrating her birthday. The Little Mermaid was so excited. She was going to go to the surface and see the world. She hugged her father goodbye and started swimming with Yum Yum towards the surface. Her father was shouting after her in concern.
Don't forget everything I've told you. Yum Yum, look after my daughter.
Are you sure, Father? I'll be looking after Yum Yum, because I'm faster than him.
Goodness, she didn't wait for me again.
Finally, the Little Mermaid reached the surface of the sea. She was now sitting on a rock in the middle of the sea and watching the world, and was admired of what she saw.
My goodness, the sky is so blue. The wind feels so wonderful. The seagulls are such beautiful creatures. Everything's so new to me. They're even more beautiful than my dreams.
Be careful, my princess. A ship is about to pass by. They're not supposed to see you.
What's that? It's so huge.
People can't swim in the water for long and can't breathe underwater. When they swim slowly. Even the fastest of them can't keep up with a ship. That's why people have been using ships since ancient times, both to travel and to carry loads.
And who's the one watching the sea in front of the ship?
I think this is a ship from the kingdom above, and that must be the prince of that kingdom. Be very careful. He's looking this way.
Suddenly, the Little Mermaid felt like singing. With her magical, wonderful voice, she started singing.
Princess, what are you doing? I hope the prince doesn't hear you singing. If not, he'll never leave until he finds us. Do you know that?
But the Little Mermaid couldn't help herself, and she kept on singing. She couldn't help herself from the prince's charm. The prince was also enthralled by the voice of the Little Mermaid.
What a wonderful voice. The girl who's singing must be just as beautiful. Point the ship towards the rocks. The voice is coming from over there.
But, my prince, it's very dangerous to sail the ship towards the rocks. It might hit the rocks and get damaged. The weather's also turning, and there might be a storm any minute now. Are you sure?
I need to find that girl. Do whatever it takes.
Yes, your majesty. Head towards the rocks. May God protect us.
The Little Mermaid hid behind the rocks. The prince didn't see her, but saw the pearl bracelet that she had dropped while escaping. He shouted out to his men.
Quick! Go on to land and bring me that pearl bracelet. She was a beautiful mermaid, I'm sure.
As he was looking at the pearl bracelet in his hands, suddenly a terrible storm began. The sea blackened, thunder struck, and the huge waves caused the ship to hit the rocks and shatter. And the prince fell into the sea.
Help me!
Yum Yum, the prince fell into the sea. Hurry, we need to save him.
The little mermaid and Yum Yum dived into the sea and saved the prince, taking him to the shore.
Please open your eyes. I saved you. Please. Please.
As they waited for the prince to awake, he slowly opened his eyes. The first thing he saw was the little mermaid's beautiful ocean blue eyes.
You saved my life. Thank you.
Then he saw the pearl necklace around her neck and immediately realized that she was the mermaid on the rock that he heard the voice of and was enthralled by, and the owner of the pearl bracelet in his pocket. With joy,
What a wonderful miracle. I searched for you all over, and now I owe you my life.
right at that moment, soldiers running to the shore saw the prince and the little mermaid. The little mermaid quickly jumped back into the sea, and Yum Yum followed. The soldiers immediately took the prince to the palace and told the king everything that had happened. Every day, for hours, the prince watched the sea from his balcony, wondering if the little mermaid would come back again. The little mermaid who returned underwater was so unhappy that she stopped eating and drinking. She shared her secret with Yum Yum, her best friend.
Yum Yum, please go to the beach and bring me news from the prince.
The prince watches the sea from his balcony every day, and I think he's waiting for you to go to the shore. We must do something. But what?
The king was very furious when he saw his daughter like this, but was also very sad.
My dear, you have broken the rules of the sea. You were not supposed to get close to any humans. You should have listened to your elders. What's happened to you?
But Father, aren't you the one who said that we must act kind to all creatures? If we hadn't saved the prince, he would have died.
Yes, you are right. But, according to the laws, you shouldn't have approached anyone. You are grounded.
The king grounded the little mermaid, forbidding her to go to the surface. The little mermaid was very sad and couldn't stop thinking about the prince. One day, Yum Yum came to the little mermaid.
Well, I actually know an octopus, and he knows a witch who can make miracles. If you want, we can go and tell her about our problem, and maybe she's able to help us. What do you say, huh?
Then let's go right away. I was grounded for 1 month, and it ends today. I can go to the surface again.
They quickly swam together and went to the witch's cave. It was a dreadful place filled with snakes, scorpions, and spiders that could live underwater. The witch wasn't so different from them. She had an ugly face and a terrifying voice. She met them at the entrance of the cave.
I know you, little mermaid. Tell me, what do you want from me?
I should have 2 legs just like humans. I must go to the surface. I want to find the prince and walk and dance with him on the beach.
What you ask of me is very easy. I can give you 2 legs and 2 feet like humans. but you must give me something in return. Do you agree?
I agree. I'll give you whatever you want, as long as I can walk and dance with the prince on the beach.
Finally, the opportunity the witch had been waiting for had arrived at her doorstep. She had never liked her voice and always wanted to change it.
Since you've agreed, you must give me your voice in return.
Okay. Please give me 2 feet right away. I must go at once.
I'm going to give you a potion. You can drink it when you go to the surface. Your feet will grow right away. But this spell will be broken in 3 days. If the prince doesn't propose to you within 3 days, you will turn into a mermaid again. But we'll never have your voice again.
The little mermaid and Yum Yum grabbed the potion and went straight to the surface. The little mermaid drank the potion and suddenly she had 2 legs and 2 feet. And she started to wait for the prince to arrive. At that moment, the prince went out to the balcony. The minute he saw the red-haired girl, he ran to the beach.
Hi, I'm the prince of this country. You look like that mermaid I've been looking for. But you have feet. You can't be her. So who are you?
The poor mermaid opened her mouth to explain what had happened, but she had indeed lost her voice. She was so sad. The prince, seeing her in such a desperate state, felt sorry for her and took her to the palace.
How strange. Same blue eyes, same red hair, and the same pearl necklace. But you're not a mermaid and can't talk. To whom does this pearl bracelet belong?
Meanwhile, the prince's father had found a princess for the prince to marry and was pressuring him. The poor mermaid, frightened and sad, was waiting for the marriage proposal from the prince.
What if he never understands that I'm the mermaid he's been looking for? What if he never recognizes me? I'll be turned back into a mermaid again. A mermaid that can't talk or sing. My games with Yum Yum will also just be a dream.
The third and last day of the spell had come. The little mermaid went to the beach and was crying as she watched the sea. But Yum Yum didn't wait around. He had already went underwater and told the king everything that had happened. In anger, the king along with his whale soldiers went straight to the witch's cave.
If you don't give my daughter's voice back immediately, I'll imprison you in a whale's stomach for the rest of your life.
But we had a deal.
As your king, I command you. Give my daughter her voice back immediately.
The witch, with fear, agreed and opened a glass bottle. And the little mermaid's voice was set free. Suddenly, the princess's magical, beautiful voice spread all throughout the sea. The little mermaid, who was crying on the beach, suddenly heard her own voice coming from the sea.
Oh my god! This is my voice! I can talk now.
Then she saw her whole family sitting on a rock, waving and blowing kisses at her. The little mermaid was now a girl with an amazing voice and with feet. The king called out to her from the rocks.
Love is sometimes more important than all the rules, my dear. Go run to the prince and introduce yourself and be happy from now on, as your family will often come here to see you.
The little mermaid ran to the palace excitedly. She told the prince everything. The prince, having found the mermaid he had been searching for, proposed to her right away and placed the pearl bracelet on her hand. The prince and the little mermaid got married, and the little mermaid was now the princess of the land too. Every morning when the little mermaid woke up, she would call out to her family in the sea from the palace balcony and say thank you for everything and wave to them. The prince and little mermaid princess lived happily ever after.
Once upon a time, there lived an elderly wife and husband in an old house. The couple had no children and they both felt extremely lonely.
I clean the house, I tidy up, and I make food, and you tend to the trees and flowers in the garden. But once we finish our work and night falls, wouldn't it also be great to have someone else to talk to? Instead, we go to sleep right after we eat. I feel so lonely.
You're so right, my dear. It's as if time stands still. We must find something else to distract us. What do you say?
Yes, my love. We must think of something.
You haven't made cookies in a long time. I've actually been craving them for weeks.
Good idea. Yes, today I'm going to bake a very different type of cookie.
Different? Ha ha! How so? I'm curious. When you finish, we can sit together in the garden, drink tea, and eat the cookies.
The old woman went to the kitchen. She put on the counter the flour, sugar, and oil that she needed to bake the cookies. She added a little ginger from the ginger jar that she kept on the kitchen shelf. Then, after she kneaded all the ingredients together, she began making the cookies.
Ginger is very good for you. It heals people. Let me add some.
She made small balls of dough and placed them on the tray. Finally, she made a large cookie in the shape of a man, placed it on a tray, and put the tray in the oven. While the cookies were in the oven, the wife thought,
When this gingerbread man is baked, I will show it to my husband and surprise him. Then, while we drink our tea, we can place him on an empty chair and chat with him.
She put on her oven mitts and took out the gingerbread man from the oven. Happily, she looked at her masterpiece.
Oh, it's beautiful, but it doesn't have eyebrows, a nose, or a mouth.
She immediately made his eyes out of raisins, his nose out of a hazelnut, and mouth out of a little sweet pepper, and watched in awe.
Once I add the strawberries as the buttons for his shirt, it'll be complete. If only it could come alive.
The instant she added the buttons, her wish came true. The gingerbread man jumped up into the middle of the tray.
Ow! It's so hot in here. I'm going out to the garden.
The old woman was staring in shock.
Oh, God! You've heard our prayers. You sent us a wonderful grandson as sweet as a cookie.
She ran straight after him into the garden. But the gingerbread man had no intention of stopping. He kept running around in the garden, laughing out loud.
The gingerbread man is alive. He's going to be our grandson. Don't let him escape. Catch him!
Her husband, who was also in shock, started chasing the cookie as well. Of course, two elderly people couldn't run that fast. The gingerbread man had run quite far ahead, and the old woman couldn't get her voice through to him.
Don't run away, little gingerbread man! We aren't going to eat you. You're going to be our grandson.
As the gingerbread man passed a farm, a cow saw him.
What a delicious smell! I want to eat you. I'm tired of hay. I'll catch you now.
There's no way you can catch me no matter how hard you try. You keep eating your hay, you fat cow. There's no need to run. I'm faster than you. No one can catch me because I'm made of ginger. I'm full of energy.
The gingerbread man was provoking them to make them angry. Meanwhile, a pig that was up ahead noticed the group running. Then the gingerbread man shouted out to the pig as he passed him by.
Hey, you fat pig! You eat everything. Wouldn't you like to eat me too? I'm very sweet. See if you can catch me.
The pig that heard this insult got very angry and started chasing the gingerbread man.
Is that how it is? Come here, you mischievous cookie.
The old couple and the cow couldn't catch me. You think you're gonna catch me? You can't, because I'm made of ginger. I'm full of energy.
At this point, the gingerbread man was really having fun. He kept looking back at them and burst out laughing to make them angrier. He saw a lazy chicken sitting on top of a fence.
Hello, I'm Gingerbread Man.
Hi. You must be very sweet because there's a crowd chasing you.
You too, Mrs. Chicken?
Yes, I wonder what you taste like.
As if we needed you too. First learn how to fly, and maybe you'll catch me. You're just a non-flying bird. You can't catch me because I'm made of ginger. I'm full of energy.
Gingerbread man kept on running and came across a grazing sheep.
Hey you! Grass hat cotton bag. Catch me!
Come here, you rude cookie! If I catch you, I'm going to eat you in a gulp!
Instead of saying bye-bye, catch me and eat me. Don't say bye-bye, catch me and eat me. Don't say bye-bye, catch me and eat me.
The gingerbread man made it all the way to the end of the road, meaning to the bank of a river. He knew that he couldn't go in the water or else he would melt. While he was thinking of a plan, a fox appeared out of nowhere. The crafty fox was planning to trick him so he could eat him.
I can take you across. Come on, get on my back.
Oh.
Don't be scared. Hurry!
Oh! Ah!
The gingerbread man trusted the fox and jumped on his back. The fox started swimming in the river. Meanwhile, the group that was chasing the gingerbread man reached the bank of the river and watched in awe at the scene. There was a boat tied nearby. The old couple untied the boat and started to row to chase the fox down the river. The old woman knew what the fox was planning to do, so they got as close as possible.
My God, please protect my small gingerbread man.
The fox started his cunning plan.
My dear friend, my back is hurting, so I'm going to sink a little bit more into the water. Come on top of my head so that you don't drown.
The gingerbread man jumped on top of his head, and they continued down the river. The old couple shouted,
Be careful! Hold tight!
Be careful!
This fox wants to eat you, don't be scared!
Hold
Come
tight!
to us!
Don't be scared, come to us!
The fox realized that his plan had been ruined, so he shook his head and the gingerbread man flew in the air. The fox opened his mouth as he waited for the cookie to fall in his mouth. But the gingerbread man was quick to act and jumped into the boat. But still, he was afraid of the elderly couple.
Don't be scared, gingerbread man. We would never eat you. You are our grandson now. You will be a companion to us.
We now have a grandson with whom we can chat with every night. We won't get bored at all, right, my dear?
Oh, really? Even after I made you chase after me and I said all those rude things to others?
Of course. Everyone can make mistakes. The important thing is to accept your mistakes and never repeat them.
Okay, I promise that from now I'll be a very polite gingerbread child. First, I'm going to apologize from all the animals that I insulted.
You will be good.
They returned home. The gingerbread man was now safe. Together, they lived happily ever after.
Once upon a time, there was a girl named Rapunzel who lived in a small town. She had long blonde hair and a beautiful smile.
Good morning. It's a beautiful day, isn't it?
Good morning, Rapunzel.
While taking a morning stroll, Rapunzel heard one of her neighbors crying. She immediately went to see what was wrong.
What's wrong? Why are you crying?
Ah, Rapunzel, just take a look at this.
Oh. Your chickens, where are they?
They're gone. Last night, I fed and petted each one of them. Today, they're gone.
Are you sure you locked the coop? Maybe you forgot to lock it.
Rapunzel's neighbor extended her hand and showed her the broken padlock.
Who could have done this?
I wish I knew.
Come on then, let's go to the police.
Together they went to the police station. On the way, Rapunzel was trying to console her neighbor. Rapunzel noticed the shop that had just opened a few days back. The shop sold fresh eggs daily. She had never met the shop owner. At that moment, she got a glimpse of Evelia and assumed she was the owner.
Good luck with your new shop, dear neighbor.
Evelia saw Rapunzel and responded with a fake smile.
Good morning. Where are you rushing to?
My neighbor's chickens were stolen. Those chickens were her livelihood. We're going to the police.
Oh dear, what a pity.
Let us know if you see them, okay?
Of course. Don't you worry.
Rapunzel thanked her and continued on her way. Evelia grinned wickedly, as she always did. When they arrived at the police station, they requested to speak to one of the detectives.
Hello, Rapunzel. What brings you here?
My neighbor's chickens got stolen.
I see.
I would send eggs to my grandchildren and sell the rest in the market. What am I going to do now?
Many people filed similar complaints today, so a lot of our officers were dispatched to the locations. You'll have to wait.
For how long?
I can't say for sure.
But we have to catch the thief and get the chickens back.
I'm sorry, but there's nothing I can do right now.
What am I going to do?
Rapunzel realized that she had to take the matter into her own hands.
Don't worry, I'll help you. This looks perfect. need to find that thief quickly.
Rapunzel began her investigation and hoped to find anything that would lead her to find the thief.
Find anything, child?
No. But wait a second.
Rapunzel found an earring on the ground. She took it in order to examine it closely.
The thief must have dropped this. At least we now know we're dealing with a woman.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to find out whom this earring belongs to, but I need to find more clues.
But there must be many women in town who have the same earring. How are you going to find its owner?
True, there might be many, but there has to be a second one to it. Whomever has one earring missing, most likely it's the thief we're looking for.
Rapunzel started going into various shops in town. While doing so, she also took a closer look at the customers' ears. She was hoping to find the missing pair. Rapunzel kept looking for the second earring till evening, but her efforts were in vain. Her poor neighbor started crying once again.
Don't worry. We'll find your chickens and the thief too. We just need some more time.
It got dark then, so they went back home. That night, Rapunzel couldn't sleep, pondering how to solve this mystery. She reflected back on the shops she'd been in, thinking whether she'd skipped any. In the morning, as Rapunzel washed her face, she realized that she hadn't been to Evelia's newly opened store. She put some clothes on, had breakfast quickly, and left home for Evelia's shop. Evelia was surprised to see Rapunzel come into her shop so early in the morning.
What brings you here? Your neighbor's chickens don't lay eggs anymore?
As I told you yesterday, somebody stole my neighbor's chickens. Besides, hers are not the only ones. Somebody's been stealing chickens all across town. We couldn't find anything.
Oh, dear. So that means everybody has to buy eggs and chickens from me.
Rapunzel noticed an earring in Evelia's ear. It was the exact same one she had found the day before. Discreetly, Rapunzel peeked at Evelia's other ear. She was missing a second earring.
What a beautiful earring.
Thank you. I spent so much money on them.
Them? But you only have one earring.
I only wear one. Yes, that's it. That's the new fashion trend. Wearing only one earring. Not that you'd actually know much about fashion.
Rapunzel left the shop without raising suspicion. She found it odd that Evelia had opened an egg shop just when there was a chicken thief on the loose. There must be a connection, Rapunzel thought. She immediately hid in the corner of the street and waited for Evelia to close her shop. As soon as it got dark, Evelia closed her shop and looked around to make sure no one was watching. Once she saw no one was on the street, she hurried, walking quickly. Rapunzel followed her. She moved stealthily in the shadows. Rapunzel got a chance to send a text message to the detective, explaining the situation. Evelia walked for a long time and arrived at some desolate place. Rapunzel was still on her tail. Evelia stood in front of an abandoned farmhouse and looked around. Then, she opened the door and disappeared inside. Rapunzel worked up the courage and went inside through the door. It was dark and quiet inside. Rapunzel was scared at first, but when she thought of her neighbor, she took control and followed the sound of Evelia's footsteps. A little later, Rapunzel heard clucking sounds. She realized she had been right to suspect Evelia. She looked through a small window and saw all the chickens reported missing. Evelia was feeding them and collecting their eggs.
Now I've got you.
Rapunzel stopped in her tracks. She would need proof to accuse Evelia, so she decided to film everything. Then, she decided it was time to catch Evelia red-handed.
So you're the chicken thief.
Evelia was startled to see Rapunzel, that her face turned all shades of white.
Where did you come from?
You've put these poor people through Ringer. You're going to pay for this.
Ha ha ha! Are you going to make me pay? You thought you could scare me with that detective look of yours? Don't make me laugh.
That's when the sirens of police cars were heard.
You damn little witch! I'll make you pay for this!
You cannot run, Evelia.
Evelia started to run away. Rapunzel knew that she had to think of something fast.
You can never catch me, Rapunzel!
Meanwhile, the detective and the other officers couldn't help themselves but laugh at Evelia.
I'll make you pay, Rapunzel! You're going to pay for this!
The police officers apprehended Evelia. Townspeople who arrived at the scene due to noise saw everything.
Rapunzel, you did a great job. You are a hero.
I only helped my neighbor.
We all have our chickens back thanks to you. I can send my grandchildren eggs again.
And what will happen to Evelia?
She's going to spend the night in custody. Tomorrow she'll be trialed fairly and punished accordingly.
Then I'm done with her.
Let's not think about this now. We should celebrate.
To celebrate, the townspeople made a huge omelette with the eggs they collected from chickens. The omelette was so huge that they even invited people from the neighboring towns. That night, Rapunzel slept soundly, knowing she had helped many people. Once upon a time, there lived a girl named Rapunzel. Who had long blonde hair and a beautiful smile. She lived in a small town, and everyone that met her grew fond of her. She was a hairdresser, and her salon was always crowded with clients as a result of her kindness and good manners. Every morning, as usual, she would leave home to go to her hair salon.
Good morning. It's a beautiful day, isn't it?
Good morning, Rapunzel.
What a cute little kid you are.
When she arrived at her shop, there was a queue outside. Where have you been, Rapunzel?
I'll be late for work. Come on, open your shop.
Okay, don't worry. I'll take care of everyone immediately.
However, there was another hair salon across Rapunzel's. The owner of this shop was a wicked, jealous woman named Evelia. She had had to move out of every town she'd been in because she was not a skilled hairdresser, and she didn't treat her clients nicely. She watched Rapunzel's every move with envious eyes. Evelia wanted to meet Rapunzel so she could befriend her. That way she could get to know Rapunzel better and discover her weaknesses. Evelia wanted to get rid of her so she could become the only hairdresser in town. She waited until Rapunzel's clients were gone.
Hello, neighbor.
Hello.
I've just moved in. I hope you're not upset that I opened a hair salon across from yours.
I'm so happy you did. There are so many clients in this town that we'll have enough for both of us. Besides, competition is good. It encourages people to do a better job.
I see. I'm a fierce competitor. You can be sure of that.
Awesome.
So, tell me, why did you become a hairdresser?
I've been to many places and made a lot of friends, but that's not enough for me. I want to make myself useful and help people. I enjoy enhancing people's beauty.
So, you're a friendly hairdresser.
Yes, I am. What about you? Why are you a hairdresser?
I only do it for the money. I don't care about anything else.
That's strange, but anyhow, I hope you find what you're looking for here. Good luck with your new hair salon, neighbor.
Days passed by. While Rapunzel went on with her life, Evelia was failing miserably at her job, and clients were leaving her shop unhappily. Evelia finally realized that she was not good at this job, so she plotted an evil plan.
I think I figured it out. I know what I'll do to you, Rapunzel.
In the evening, after Rapunzel had closed her shop, Evelia sneaked in Rapunzel's hair salon. She wanted to teach Rapunzel a lesson she wouldn't forget. She emptied the shampoo bottles and filled them with glue. She knew that her customers would never visit Rapunzel's salon once they saw they had sticky hair.
Nobody can compete with Evelia, you snooty blondie. Tomorrow will be the end of your dreams.
The next morning, Rapunzel happily opened her shop as usual. She had brought along her dog Hazelnut. Rapunzel immediately started cleaning up the place. While Rapunzel swept the floors and dusted the furniture, Hazelnut was prancing around excitedly. While Rapunzel was wiping the hair washing sink, Hazelnut knocked over one of the shampoo bottles near the sink. Poor Hazelnut got stuck in place because of the spilled glue. Rapunzel immediately helped Hazelnut get out of that sticky situation. She wondered who could have done such a terrible thing. If it hadn't been for poor Hazelnut, she would have poured the glue in her customer's hair. In the meantime, Ophelia awaited anxiously to hear about Rapunzel's mishap. With a sinister smile on her face, she waited and waited.
Let's see what you'll do when your customer's hair gets all sticky.
Hours later, Ophelia saw how Rapunzel's customers were leaving with a big smile on their face. The wicked grin on Ophelia's lips began to fade away.
How could this be? How did this little blonde witch manage to get away from my trap?
Rapunzel was a very smart girl and had remembered Ophelia's comment about being competitive, so she pretended to drop one of the bottles that Ophelia had filled with glue and went back inside. Ophelia wanted to understand what had gone wrong, so she washed her hair with the glue thinking it was shampoo. Her hands got stuck to her hair. She was furious when she realized she had been tricked.
You're going to pay for this, Rapunzel! I'll make you pay!
The next evening, Rapunzel locked up her shop happily satisfied, knowing she had done a great job. On her way home, a shadow prowled behind the trees. It was none other than Ophelia.
I'm going to make you pay for this!
Ophelia then went back to get a jerry can and poured gasoline around Rapunzel's shop. She lit a match and set the place ablaze. With a malevolent smile on her face, Ophelia stood in front of her own shop as she watched Rapunzel's salon burn down. But Ophelia hadn't realized that when she set Rapunzel's shop ablaze, her hair had accidentally caught fire. Flames engulfed Ophelia's shop too. 2 hair salons were on fire. It was too late to do anything. The next morning, when Rapunzel arrived to her salon, she only found ashes. She fell to her knees in anguish and started crying.
What am I going to do now? I spent so much time and money on my place.
The townspeople surrounded Rapunzel. They were all sad for her.
We have to help her.
What can we do?
I can give her a year's rent.
I can do all the woodwork.
And I can donate the supplies and equipment she needs.
I can paint inside the shop.
When Rapunzel heard all this, she was so happy that this time she cried tears of joy.
Come on then, let's get to work.
All the townspeople got to work and built a brand new hair salon for Rapunzel. It was even better than the former one.
I don't know how to thank you all.
You can repay us by continuing to be good. We don't need anything else.
And what happened to Ophelia? She was ashamed and couldn't bear to stay there, so once again she skipped town. Once upon a time, there lived a girl named Rapunzel, who had long blonde hair and a beautiful smile. She would open the shop which she worked early every morning, clean the place up, and bake fresh pastries and cakes. The pastry shop belonged to a woman named Avilia. However, she was very rude and unkind. She would admonish Rapunzel any chance she got. Besides, this was the only pastry shop in town where she could work.
Good morning.
Can't you greet and work at the same time? If you can't complete those orders, you'll be in big trouble, Missy.
But I started working as soon as I opened the shop. Perhaps you're taking too many orders.
Would you look at that little brat? Are you complaining about your work? If those orders are not ready by evening, I'll cut half of your salary.
Rapunzel's eyes welled up with tears. Since her salary was already meager, she was disheartened.
If you could help me just a little, all orders can be ready on time.
Who? Me? With this hair and nails? Don't be ridiculous. If you can't handle this job, I can find someone who won't nag.
Rapunzel kept her head down and continued working. The only reason the townspeople would come to Avilia's shop was because they loved Rapunzel. Rapunzel's biggest dream was to open her own pastry shop.
That's much better. Now I'm going out with my friends. When I get back, I expect everything to be ready.
Yes, ma'am.
Avilia exited the shop with laughter. That day, Rapunzel did everything. She didn't even eat the whole day. She was so exhausted that she fell asleep in a chair. Rapunzel dreamed about her grandmother who lived far away. She had taught her how to bake cakes. She was so happy to see her.
My beautiful child, my kind, hard-working and talented child.
Grandma! Granny!
It's been a long time, hasn't it, dear?
Yes, it's been a long time. I work so hard and Avilia never gives me a day off. That's why I haven't visited you. I miss you so much.
Oh, my dear child, my heart breaks for you. But don't worry, everything's going to be okay.
This is just a dream, and when I wake up, you won't be here with me. I'll be lonely again.
Tomorrow, go to the neighboring town earliest. Look at the bulletin board in the town hall.
And then?
We'll speak later again.
Grandma kissed Rapunzel on the forehead and vanished into a pink cloud. As soon as she disappeared, Rapunzel opened her eyes to find an angry Avilia staring down at her.
You're sleeping in my shop? Am I paying you for this?
But I...
Quiet! Speak no more. I'm cutting half of your salary. I hope you learn to stay awake on the job.
Rapunzel tried to explain herself, but she couldn't. Something told her to follow her grandmother's advice. But how? She had to come up with an excuse so she could go to the next town. Rapunzel decided to go to the cafe where Avilia was. When Evelia saw Rapunzel, she was extremely surprised yet puzzled.
What are you doing here, bratty girl? Why aren't you at the shop?
Is this the poor soul you were talking about?
Don't even ask, dear. She's such a troublemaker. If my shop closes down one day, it'll be her fault. What do you want?
I've run out of ingredients. I need to get some.
Don't you see I'm with my friends right now? You dare disturb me for this?
I can't bake any of the orders.
Can't it wait until afternoon, silly?
I can buy them.
You? You can't even find the way home.
Then I'll just sit around.
Evelia hesitated and reconsidered. She didn't want to leave her friends. She worried that they would make fun of her.
All right then, but make sure you're back before noon. If I find out that you've been slacking, I'll cut the rest of your salary.
Don't worry, ma'am. I'll be back on time.
Rapunzel left immediately. Excitedly, she checked the bulletin board in front of the town hall, just like her grandmother had told her in the dream. She was surprised to only find one announcement on the board. It said, "Bake your best cake and win the grand prize."
So that's it.
Rapunzel took a picture of the announcement with her cell phone and returned to the pastry shop right away. While trying to finish the orders, Rapunzel pondered on how to enter the contest. The cake had to taste really good and be extraordinarily decorated. But how? That only meant going to bed late at night. But Rapunzel was determined because she wanted to win the grand prize so she could open her own pastry shop. Just then, Evelia rushed into the shop. She looked happy.
The time has come to show my skills. What? Jealous?
Me? No, not at all. I hope you win. Good luck.
I know what you're thinking, brat. You'd also like to enter the contest, right? Only the best can participate.
Rapunzel wanted to put an end to Evelia's abuse. Entering the contest might be her only chance to do so. Rapunzel went home late at night and started designing her cake. She had decided to enter the contest under a pen name.
Yes! I've got it! Pink Cream Pastry Shop.
As soon as she fell asleep, her grandmother appeared before her.
Well done, my dear. There's nothing you can't accomplish if you work hard and believe in yourself.
But Grandma, Evelia is participating in the contest too.
You think she's better than you?
Isn't she?
Of course not. When did you last see her baking cakes?
Rapunzel then realized that ever since she started working for Evelia, she never once saw Evelia baking cakes.
You're right, Granny. I see what you mean now.
Well done, my beautiful princess. Now, put your creativity and talent together and see what comes out of it.
When Rapunzel woke up, she knew what to do now. Because her grandmother had always called her princess, Rapunzel decided to make a princess-themed cake. Next morning, she found Evelia designing the cake for the contest. Since Evelia hadn't baked cakes in a while, her skills were rusty. Things were not looking good for Evelia.
It's turning out beautifully. No one could bake something like this in a lifetime. I'd show you, but I'm afraid you could jinx it.
Once Ophelia had left, Rapunzel gathered all her ingredients and went home. As soon as she got home, she started working on her cake. But if she wanted her dream to come true, she had to make an effort. Rapunzel finished her cake at sunrise. She stood from afar and took a last look at her cake. It was perfect. She took her cake and went to the neighboring town. She waited, hiding in a corner. Shortly after, Ophelia arrived carrying her cake. She pushed the other contestants that were in line and made her way to the front of the line and checked in.
Make way! The champion has arrived!
And finally the contest began and the judges appeared near the long table. The judges stood next to each cake. Some cakes caused them to grimace and some cakes made them smile. A couple of hours later, the judges gathered to make a decision. Everybody was waiting anxiously. Each contestant thought the best cake was theirs and boasted about their baking skills. Except Rapunzel, who waited silently in a corner, afraid of being seen by Ophelia. First, they announced the third place. Rapunzel's heart was pounding. Later, they announced the second place.
It's my turn now. They're going to say, Ophelia's Fluffy Pastry Shop. Listen closely.
And the winner is...
Everybody held their breath. Ophelia had a big smile on her face, confident she would win.
Pink Cream Pastry Shop and Cake House.
Ophelia had been so sure of her victory. She completely ignored Rapunzel's pen name being announced. She had already started walking toward the stage, but when she got there, she heard people giggling and laughing. When she ran into Rapunzel on stage, she realized what had happened.
It's you! This is not possible! You've made a big mistake! I deserve the first place!
No! Rapunzel deserved this prize!
Ophelia was enraged because she was humiliated.
You're fired! You hear me, Rapunzel?
No, Ophelia, you're not firing me. I'm quitting.
As Ophelia stormed off, Rapunzel shook hands with those who congratulated her. Rapunzel was welcomed in the town like a hero. She used part of the prize money to open her own pastry shop. And with the other half, she helped those in need. Finally, Rapunzel's dream had come true. Once upon a time, 3 little goats were camping. Athlete, genius, and stylish.
I'm so happy! It's a gorgeous day, nice breeze, sunshine, and crystal clear water. There are delicious and sweet strawberries on that island. I'll go there and get some for breakfast.
Are you going to be able to gather enough all by yourself?
Sure I can.
I bet you can't.
Yes, I can.
Do you want to bet?
Okay, what kind of bet?
We all go to the island, and the one who collects the most strawberries wins.
What's the prize?
Let's see. I've got it. The winner can take the eggs I brought.
Did someone say X?
You're on. The one with the most strawberries wins the eggs.
Wait! Genius and I are paired up. Athlete, you'll be by yourself.
Kids! It seems I can help you to solve that problem.
Where did you come from?
Just was passing by. How about you two against Athlete and me? The winner takes all the eggs.
What do you say?
Yeah, I think it's fair.
Let the race begin!
The little goats and the wolf got in the canoes and started paddling. The goats were doing their best, but then the wolf...
Wolf, what are you doing?
I'm helping you win the race.
Stop playing around here and come here. Look, they're getting ahead of us.
It's not as easy as you thought. The eggs will be mine.
Athlete goat arrived at the island. She looked back to see where her siblings were. And saw they were clinging onto a rock.
Come on, let's collect the strawberries. Hey, where are you going? The strawberries are this way. Hey, come back.
Athlete quickly went back to the lake and saved her siblings.
I'm sorry. I never thought Wolf could do something like this.
It wasn't your fault, sister. Don't feel bad.
We won! 1 against 0. Where are my eggs?
You won by cheating. That doesn't count.
Why do you want the eggs when there are so many strawberries here?
Why? Because I will eat them.
You'll eat them?
You're free to take the eggs.
These are toys. I can eat them. You tricked me. I'm hungry. Don't talk to me ever. I don't even like strawberries.
Once upon a time.
Watch out! It's coming!
It was another morning on the farm, and the genius goat was using a new machine of his. But as always, the bad wolf was secretly watching him.
I can launch myself anywhere with this giant slingshot. For example, the chicken coop.
Genius Goat threw a lot of bales of hay that day, but he didn't see the wolf.
Coming! Huh? Wolf? Stop!
I'm coming! Coop, I'm coming, wait for me! No, wait, stop!
Oh, bad wolf. Are you happy? Now we are trapped in here.
How are we supposed to get down now?
Genius Goat had an idea.
Wait a minute. Oh no!
Although Genius Goat had a fabulous plan, he didn't have all the necessary materials.
Rope! We need a rope!
We are stuck here forever! What are we gonna do? Help! Help! Hey, is this long enough?
No, it's not long enough. We'll need much more than that.
That's okay, I have much more.
We are there. A little more. A little more.
Wolf and Genius Goat were finally on the ground. But the wolf wasn't getting out of the bucket.
I should leave before anyone sees me.
Yeah, right. Go ahead. Leave quickly. I'm not looking.
Then they heard a voice from afar. Coming! Once upon a time, there was a little girl who lived with her mother in a village near the forest. Her grandmother had made a Red Riding Hood for her. She loved it so much that she wore it everywhere she went. That's why the people in the village called her Little Red Riding Hood. She loved visiting and spending time with her grandmother who lived on the other side of the forest.
Lived happily ever after.
One day, the lumberjack who lived in the forest came to Little Red Riding Hood's house to let them know that Grandma was sick.
Is there anything that you need?
Her mother, who heard this, prepared medicine from different herbs and called out to Little Red Riding Hood.
Sweetheart, I prepared a medicine for your grandma. I also cooked a healthy meal made of vegetables. Please, bring these to her at once. Don't wander away. Stay on the path. And don't talk to strangers, please. Yes, Mom. I miss Grandma so much. Please put everything in my basket. I'll go right away. Don't forget to tell her we love her so much.
Okay, Mom. Of course I will.
So Little Red Riding Hood went on her way. It was a sunny morning. There were butterflies fluttering around. She was singing and dancing among the butterflies on the way to her grandmother's. Birds were singing in the forest. She held tightly the basket of food and medicine that her mother had given her. There were so many beautiful flowers around her that Little Red Riding Hood got distracted and forgot what her mother had warned her about. She wandered off her path and went into the forest.
What beautiful flowers! I need to gather some and make a bouquet. Grandma will love them.
While gathering some flowers, she didn't realize that she had wandered off her path and had gone deep into the forest.
These are also nice. These are nice too. Oh, these smell better. Oh, I think I'm lost.
As she was trying to find her way back to the path, a giant wolf suddenly appeared in front of her. Little Red Riding Hood was so afraid that she screamed, dropping her basket to the ground.
Where are you going in such a hurry, little girl? What is your name? You are so sweet.
People call me Little Red Riding Hood. I am taking some medicine, some food, and some nice flowers to my grandma who is sick.
You don't need to be afraid of me. I am not a bad wolf. Look, you dropped your basket. Here, take it. I just want to help you.
Actually, the wolf was thinking about the food in the basket. He thought that he would never go hungry again if he could also have the food in her grandmother's house. He befriended Little Red Riding Hood so he could fool her. He was a sly wolf.
Thank you for helping me. You're so kind, sir. But I need to hurry up. My grandma is expecting me because she is so ill. I need to bring this medicine and food to her, otherwise she won't get better.
Is your grandmother's house so far?
Just a little ahead where the pine trees are. It's a small cottage, just between them.
Okay, then you continue gathering flowers, sweet little girl. I am glad we met. Take care.
Once he learned where the grandmother's house was, the wolf hurried and took the shortcut to the house. The old lady asked from the inside when the wolf knocked on the door.
Who is this? My dear grandchild, is it you?
Yes, it's me, Grandma. I brought you medicine and food.
The door is open, dear. You can come in.
The wolf barged in happily. He grabbed the grandmother and locked her in a chest. He then wore the grandmother's clothes that he found in her wardrobe. He put on her hat and glasses and lay in bed, under the covers, to wait for Little Red Riding Hood. Meanwhile, Little Red Riding Hood, who could not find her way back, realized that she was lost and started crying.
What am I going to do now? Why did I listen to my mother? She told me to stay on the path.
A hunter who was in the forest heard the girls crying and approached her.
Why are you crying, little girl? Don't cry.
I lost my way in the forest while gathering some flowers. My grandma is sick. I need to bring her some medicine.
It is very dangerous to walk alone in the forest. Don't be afraid. I will take you where you are going.
Thank you so much, sir.
So, may I ask you something? Have you seen a wolf around?
Yes, he was with me a few minutes ago.
He asked me where my grandma's house is. He ran away and disappeared.
Oh my God! We need to hurry! We need to stop him before he hurts your grandma!
They quickly headed towards the house. When the little girl knocked on the door, the wolf, imitating the grandmother's voice, asked who was at the door.
My dear grandchild, I've been expecting you. The door is open. You can come in.
Little Red Riding Hood didn't recognize her voice, but thought that it was due to her illness.
Okay, you are safe now in your grandma's house. I'm going back to the forest to hunt that wolf. Don't forget, I'm always around.
Little Red Riding Hood stepped in and sat by the bed near the wolf and asked why it was so dark inside. The wolf had drawn the curtains. Little Red Riding Hood was very surprised that her grandma had changed a little because of her illness.
Oh, Grandma, what big ears you have.
All the better to hear you with, darling.
Oh, Grandma, what big eyes you have.
All the better to see you with.
Oh, Grandma, what big hands you have.
All the better to hug you with, my dear child.
And your teeth? What sharp teeth you have.
All the better to eat the food you brought me.
When Little Red Riding Hood heard his real voice, she realized that it was the wolf that she had met in the forest.
Help! Help!
The hunter, who hadn't gone far, turned back and went inside. He hit the wolf on the head with a piece of wood so he could let go of Little Red Riding Hood. He tied the wolf up and took him far away from the forest.
You bad wolf! I finally got you! The forest will now be free of you!
The hunter saved the grandmother and got her out of the chest.
Little Red Riding Hood, that'll teach you. Don't ever disobey your mother's words. All this happened to you because of that.
They ate their meal together with the hunter that had saved their lives. The grandmother took her medicine and started feeling much better. Little Red Riding Hood ran back to her house before it got dark. She would never disobey her mother again. Once upon a time, there lived an old miller and his retired donkey that had been with him for years. The miller would make flour from the corn that his faithful donkey carried for him from the fields. The old miller's donkey aged over time. He was unable to carry the corn to the mill, but the miller still needed a strong, powerful, and a young donkey. Although it made him very upset, he knew that it was time to part from this donkey that had served him all this time.
You are very old now, and my loads are heavy. Look at how you struggle as you carry the corn to the mill. Unfortunately, I must set you free now. I need a young donkey to help me instead. But, in my opinion, there's no need to be upset. You always said that you have a great voice, and that you wanted to be a part of a band. Here's your opportunity. After tomorrow, you can follow your dreams.
That night, the donkey rested and dreamed joyfully in his stall. He was pleased that he had never upset his owner, but was also a little upset to be leaving him. Feeling satisfied at having completed his duties, he fell into a deep sleep. The next day, he headed towards the city of Bremen. After walking for some time, he saw a crying old dog in the garden of a house.
What's up, brother dog? Tell me, why are you crying?
Why shouldn't I cry? All my food is gone. My owner went to town for an important job and still hasn't come back. Seems that he's not coming back for some time. He sent news for me to take care of myself, but at this age, where can I find bones? What will I do now?
I'm very sad for you, but there's no need to cry. I think this is a chance for you to start a new life.
What do you mean?
I'm in the same boat as you, so I'm starting my new life. I'm going to Bremen. I'm going to set up a band. If you like, you can play drums in my band.
The doggy accepted the donkey's proposal happily, so they hit the road together. Not much time had passed when they came across an old grumpy cat in another garden by the corner of a garden door. When they saw her like this, out of curiosity, they asked her,
"Hey, Sister Cat, what's happened to you? Why are you frowning?"
Meow. Oh, I was such a happy cat. I used to run in the garden and climb trees. Mice used to be terrified of me. But now I am so old. All I want to do is curl up and sleep on a pillow. Mice jump, 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 jump around me, and they don't care about me at all. This reason, my owner told me that he was going to get a new and younger cat.
I've got it! Join us and come to Bremen with us. We were in the same situation as you, but now we are headed towards a new direction to set up a band. Wouldn't you like to change your life too?
Of course I would. And my claws still work. I can play the guitar very well.
The three of them set off on the road again. Not much time had passed when they came across a rooster that sat on top of a fence by a farm. The rooster looked quite sad.
Hi, Rooster. How are you? I'm so sad. Even though I love to sing, I've gotten very old, so I can't wake my owners up early in the morning. I'm always late. They don't even take me into the coop anymore. You are just the friend we are looking for. We're setting off on the road to start a new life being in a band. We don't have a lead singer yet. Would you like to be one? Come with us to Bremen. Start your new life.
The rooster accepted their offer with joy and joined the group. They continued on their way. They walked and walked and walked for a long while. It started to get dark, and they were very tired. They decided to rest under a tree. The rooster and the cat climbed to the top of the tree. The dog and the donkey lay under it. Because they were very hungry, they couldn't get any sleep. Just as they were thinking how they were going to spend the night in a place they didn't know at all.
I see a house ahead. I can see Les coming from the window. They must have food. I think we can fill our bellies and rest there. Let's go!
They ran all the way to the house. The donkey leaned his head towards the window and described to his friends what he saw.
Yeah, it was a nice job.
It looks like there are 3 bandits inside, and they have guns. There's lots of food on the table. What's more, they have money and jewels.
The donkey started to come up with a plan.
If we want to go in the house and fill our bellies, we're gonna need to scare off the bandits. Okay, I got it. Here is the plan. Brother Dog, you get onto my back. Sister Cat, you on top of the dog. And Rooster, you climb on top of all of us. I'll count until 3. And on 3, we are all going to shout at the same time, okay? 1, 2, 3.
All shouting at the same time, they started making some strange sounds. The bandits, who heard these loud screams from outside, were terrified. So they ran out and left, leaving everything behind. Excited that their plan had been successful, the 4 friends went inside.
Whoa! There's wonderful food here!
Look! They even have liver and milk.
Can you see how large that steak is?
All the corn is mine, Uncle Dibs!
They sat together around the table and ate to their heart's content. Having filled their bellies, sleepiness took a hold of them all. So they turned off the lights and fell into a sweet slumber. Spying on the house from outside, the bandits wanted to go in the house again to find out what was going on. They chose one from the group to go and check the house.
One of us has to look around the house. Go and look inside and then let us know.
Why do I always have to go and look?
Because you're the most clever and bravest out of all of us.
Really? Is that true?
Yes, yes, of course. Come on, go! Dork, you believed us.
The bandit that went to the house opened the door and sneaked inside. In the dark, the bandit thought that the cat's eyes were fire. Since it was freezing outside, as he reached in to warm himself, the cat took this opportunity and pounced straight on the bandit's head, scratching him and beating him down. As the bandit tried to escape with his life, the dog, lying by the door, bit the bandit's leg. The donkey, who had been watching everything until now, gave the bandit a good old kick. At this point, the rooster kept on crowing and crowing.
Run! Run! Don't ever go into that house again! It's too dangerous for us now! There are awful creatures inside. While I was running away, I heard one of them shout, "Quick, catch him!"
Let's run! Let's run! Let's run!
This way, the 4 friends ended up having a new home and money. They went to Bremen often to give concerts. The townspeople got to know them and loved them very much. The donkey played harmonica, the dog drums, the cat played the guitar, and the rooster was the lead singer. The 4 friends lived happily together and carried out their dreams to the very end of their lives.